look at finding the graph of a cosine function with a given phase shift and vertical shift. Remember, phase shift is just horizontal shift along the x-axis, vertical shift, again, along the y-axis. Now, first thing to determine is that the cosine function, or the parent function, go ahead and starts at 1, and it completes one complete cycle at 2 pi. So what we have to do is, looking at the graphs, we have to determine which function, or the original cosine function, was given those translations. So first thing to determine is, I'll assume that the amplitude is going to be 1, so looking at the graphs, I have to determine what are the amplitudes again from the highest point to the lowest point. In this case, you're going from 4 to 0, amplitude is half of that, so the amplitude is 2. Amplitude is again from 0 to -4, amplitude is half that, so it's 2. So you can see that the amplitude for the original cosine function should have been 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and graph the original function, cosine function is 2. The next marker, again, your markers, 4 points should have been here. The next one's going to be done at -2, here at 2, and back at 2. I'm just going to go ahead and trace this dash line. Same thing for this one. So what I'm essentially doing is just plotting the original cosine function in all the graphs. From there, I'm just going to compare to see which one of those had these translations given. Okay, first thing might be the easiest is the vertical shift. Again, vertical shift is +2. So what I want to do is this point, or any other point for that matter, should correspond to this point. So what you want to look at, is there a vertical shift? Just a vertical shift right now. We'll look at the phase shift later. But right now I'm looking at it has a vertical shift of 2. Yes. This one also has. This one, you can see that this point is actually going downward. This graph, actually that graph as well, has a vertical shift of 2. So I can eliminate this one. I have to determine, I want this point, excuse me, to end up over here. So I have to determine, is this 5 pi over 4? Is this 5 pi over 4? Okay, just remember that at this marker right here, we're close to the pi over 2. Over here, we're close to this marker, which is pi. Number 5/4 is equivalent to 1.25, so you're closer to the 1.25. If you looked at this graph over here, you are at the 3 pi over 4. So from here, I would estimate that this is the best one to approximate a 5 pi over 4 phase shift.